Alrighty, boys and girls, time for Chapter 8, Section 5, Part 2. Now, we've already done 8.5, which is volume of a pyramid. We're just going to go a little bit deeper in this section. What we know from last time is that volume of a pyramid is equal to 1/3 times the base area of the pyramid times the height of the pyramid. Now, usually we solve this for volume, but what if we knew the volume of the pyramid and we were missing, let's say, the height, and we wanted to solve for that? Well, I'm going to show you how to do this. Let me get a problem up here first for us to look at. Ba-bam! So, now that we have this problem here, again, volume is 1/3 base times height. Volume we know is 90 inches cubed, so let's fill that in. The 1/3 is going to stay 1/3. For the base, since this is a rectangular prism, we know it's going to be length times width, 5 inches times 9 inches. And the height is what we're trying to solve for. We don't know what that is, so we're going to leave it as a variable. So now, we're going to go ahead and break this down, just like usual. PEMDAS tells us to look at parentheses first. So, that means this is going to stay the same. We're not changing anything there. Still 1/3, that's not changing at all. Right here, 5 times 9 is 45. And inch times inch is going to be inch squared. Height is still staying the same. Next thing that we're going to look at is this 1/3 times 45 inches squared. Remember, multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by 3. We went over that in the last section. So the 90 inches cubed didn't change. Here, 45 divided by 3 is going to be 15. The units are inches squared. And we still have this multiplied by h, the height that we don't know. So now, just like we went over a couple chapters ago, we've got a coefficient of 15 inches squared. We want to get rid of that coefficient. The way we do that is we divide both sides by it. So both sides are going to be divided by 15 inches squared. Here, cancels, leaving h. On this side, 90 divided by 15 is going to equal 6. And in case you forgot what to do when you're dividing with exponents, all you do is subtract the exponent. 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's just going to be inch. So the height is 6 inches. The units look good, because this being a height should not have an exponent at all, and it looks like it makes sense. So, let's take a look at another example to make sure we get this. This time, we'll do a triangular pyramid. Alright, so here we have a triangular pyramid. We've got the right numbers here. We have a volume. What we don't have is a height. So, let's solve for it. Again, we know volume equals 1/3 base area times height. The volume, we know, is 44 meters cubed. One-third is not going to change. For the base, remember, the shape is a triangle. The formula for the area of a triangle, 1/2 times base of the triangle times height of the triangle. So we're going to fill this in. 1/2 times base of the triangle, 3 meters, times height of the triangle, 8 meters. And of course this is all times the height of the whole entire pyramid. So let's go ahead and start simplifying. Well, the 44 meters cubed, that's not going to change. The 1/3, that's not changing. What we are going to work with is the stuff in the parentheses. So, 3 times 8 is 24. Divided by 2, 24 divided by 2 is 12. Meters times meters is meters squared. And the h is going to stay the height. In case you're not sure what happened here, let me show you. First thing I did was I took these two, and I said 3 times 8 equals 24. Next, I multiplied it by this half. And 1/2 times 24 is the same as 24 divided by 2. 24 divided by 2 equals 12. That's where this 12 came from, just in case you didn't catch that. So now, let's go ahead and multiply this 12 by 1/3. Remember, the same thing as multiplying by 1/3 is dividing by 1/3. So again, this part's not going to change, 44 meters cubed. Here, 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4. Our units are still meters squared. and we still have our height right there. Now, this is the coefficient, and I want to get rid of it. We're going to divide both sides by our coefficient, 4 meters squared. Here, it cancels out, leaving height. On this side, 44 divided by 4 is 11. And again, subtract the exponents. Meters cubed minus meters squared. 3 minus 2 is 1, so we end up with 11 meters as our height. And that's how we do it, boys and girls. See you in class.